welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my updated newborn favorites. I did just have a baby, so he is 1 month old now, and I already have my first one, my daughter. So I already kind of knew like what products I liked with my daughter, but you know, not every baby is the same. Every baby is kind of different. So one baby might like this and the next baby might not. So, you know, to each his own. Everybody has their preferences, and babies definitely have preferences because sometimes they will completely reject something. So these are all the products that have just been working out for us this past month. And yes, it's only been a month, but these products have been a lifesaver. And when I say lifesaver, I mean lifesaver, because we all know that when you have an infant, it's hard to get through the day, especially when they're not sleeping that much and you're not sleeping that much. So these products have just been really, really good. So I'm just gonna get right into it and share the products I have. The first product I have is this WubbbaNub, and yes, I did share this in my first newborn essentials, but this is just, oh my goodness, I love this so much. This is the only one we've tried with him so far. He hasn't had any other pacifier, but the main reason we love this is because of the little animal. It's just, it weighs it down, so if it falls out of his mouth, sometimes he can push it back in. Not all the time. A lot of the times I'm having to put it back in his mouth, but it's just been really, really easy for him. He's got the hang of it, and even my 3-year-old daughter will give it to him. So she just holds it by the monkey and kind of like puts it in his mouth, and it's just really, really simple. This is just the little monkey one. I think in my last video I had the elephant, which my daughter had, and she still loves hers to this day. We just took off the soothy part, so she just has the animal, and I think it's really cute. It's kind of like my daughter's little comfort thing, so maybe my son will also like this. Next thing I have is a swaddle blanket, but this is actually the SwaddleMe. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. I'll probably insert like an actual picture here because I'm trying to hold it up, but I'm not getting like the best angles. So it just looks like this, and then the baby goes in the middle, and then you kind of just wrap it around like with the Velcro. I'll try to insert a picture here of my son in this, but these have just been a lifesaver. I'm not the best at swaddling. I never do it tight enough, so they always escape, and you always see their little hands wiggling around, but this thing definitely holds my son down pretty good. I mean, he's only a month old, so maybe later on he'll probably be able to break out of it, but swaddling has definitely been something that's comforting for him and soothing, so I'm so glad that I have this because he's not breaking out of it. Next thing is also another blanket, but these are just like receiving blankets. I'm just showing you guys one. These are kind of like not as thin as the Muslim swaddle blankets, but these are receiving blankets. I think that's what they're called. So I got a bunch of these for my baby shower, and I never really used these with my first, but these have came in handy. My son spits up a lot. He does have like a reflux problem, so this has just been our go-to spit up. Instead of using like a tiny little cloth, this just lasts a while, so he'll spit up throughout the day, and I have like one of these throughout the day I'll use, and then I'll use another one. So it's a really good multi-purpose blanket too. I know a lot of people use it for like car seats and kind of like covering them, so these are actually really, really useful, and I never thought that with my first daughter, so yeah. Next thing is the Boppy lounger. I'm not gonna bring it over here because it's all the way across the room, but I'm gonna insert a picture right here. So this Boppy I actually used with my daughters, so I did save it, and I love this thing so much. When I tell you guys, if you need to put your baby down anywhere, even just to chill next to you on the sofa, on the bed, you can just have them right there. It's not recommended for sleep, but he will take naps on it if I'm sitting right next to him. We've never done like an overnight sleep on it. I know some people do just for the sake of getting some sleep, but it's been really helpful for naps, and we will swaddle him and put him on there, and he's just sitting right next to us, so it's really helpful. I love that it's at an angle since he has reflux. He's not laying completely flat down. I think on the box it does say 0 to 3 months, so he is kind of growing out of it. It seems like he's really long, so his legs are definitely like dragging down already. I hope he lasts a little bit longer in it, but I do have the other Boppy, so we'll probably use that one. Another bigger item that I'm not going to be bringing out right here, but it is the SnuggleMe lounger. So I don't know if you guys have seen this one. I found mine on Amazon. I did use this one with my daughters, so once again, it's another hand-me-down item, but I did buy it for her, I think at 3 months, so we bought it a lot later, but we were so desperate to get sleep. My daughter was a terrible sleeper. So far this one's been okay. He hasn't been the best, but he hasn't been the worst sleeper, so I'm really grateful for that. I think maybe it is this product that has saved us. So I do put this in his bassinet at night and he will sleep right next to me, or sometimes we'll have it in the middle of the bed, kind of like a co-sleeper. I know it is not recommended to be used like that, I'm well aware, but it's what works for us. It's what gets us sleep. So I do know there are safe sleep guidelines, and I know that is definitely not recommended, but like I said, it's what works for us, so no judgment here. It's a really good product because it kind of just like snuggles the baby in the middle, so he kind of feels like he's being held, which is something he loves. He loves when I'm carrying him, and this product has just been great. I mean, it does lay flat, so it doesn't help his reflux situation, but sometimes we'll kind of just prop it up. We'll put a little blanket where his head is, and we kind of just prop him up a little bit. Not all the time. We don't always do that unless he's really like suffering from reflux terribly at night. It is a pretty expensive product. I don't know if I would recommend everyone to try it. I mean, if your baby already sleeps good, you definitely don't need it, but if you're struggling like I did with my first and your baby only wants to be carried, then that is definitely something to look into. I'll have everything linked down below so you can check that out. The next thing I have is the Haakaa breast pump. I think it's called a breast pump. So it's like this silicone thing, and you can actually just manually pump, or what I like to do with it is when I'm breastfeeding him on one side, I put this on the other, and then it kind of just catches whatever leaks out, because I have a really big problem with the leaking situation, so this just helps so I don't waste any milk. I do also have like the little baggies that you keep the breast milk in, and then in case we want to give him a bottle one day, at least we know we have like a little stash. So this is really, really great. I don't have to spend so much on a breast pump. I know they're really expensive and you can just manually pump. I don't know how much, I don't think you can get out too much with this. I think it's only 4 ounces maximum. I'm not sure what the regular breast pumps, how much you can pump, but the maximum is 4 ounces on this, and I really only do get like 1 to 2 ounces just because I do breastfeed him already, so I kind of just do this in between. So it's really, really great for that. And then the next product I have to talk about is our swing. I believe it is a Graco swing. I'll have a picture of it right here. And this swing has just been helpful. I think any swing in general is really good for babies, especially when they're really fussy and you can just put them in there. And my baby also loves to nap in it, so I think everybody should have a swing. It doesn't matter what swing specifically, but they're just really, really great to have somewhere to put the baby once again. And then the final product I have to share is the white noise machine. So here's another picture once again. And we actually didn't buy a white noise machine for our daughter until she was about 6 months. I don't know how we got through it, but white noise saved us so much. And son definitely loves the white noise. The one we have, I feel like it's not completely loud enough. I feel like it could be a lot louder, but this one works for us. It just kind of gets rid of the background noise, and my daughter's really loud, so he definitely needs some kind of white noise just to block out any kind of background noise. He also really loves music, so we do play a lot of music for him, just any kind of music that we're listening to. Anyways, this is gonna be the end of the video because as you can see, this little guy is getting frustrated. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys! Can you say bye guys? Look at the camera.